Thank you. We definitely weren't ready to go. This is for Kristen on her birthday. I'm at the end of my go. Go ahead and hang me loose. Say it ain't so. I don't wanna go out there looking. Then I ain't got to. Look out, world. Here I come. I got all my latest charm. Don't you break my golden arm. Don't you shatter my fragile heart. Don't you be like you usually are. Saturday. Well, we talked on the phone. Said we'll meet at Applebee's. I thought I was late. But hey, you waited. What an angel. One day would like a week for good. If they pulled him overnight. Well, that's not on wood. Anyway, took it on back. From my phone. Cut a few tracks. Made a mess down alone. When that girl hears my songs, she'll come running. Won't take long. I mean, she's the only one. The only reason I sing and play.
Check 1, 2. True blue mystified, dreaming of you. Well, this time you wrote to me, honey, you sounded a bit confused. But you blue and terrified under the gun. Well, this time you loaned me some money, you said that the war was won. You suicidal, baby, I know you, and I'm still singing the blues. Well, I was living on your shoestring, thinking, where's the view? And I'm still dreaming for two. gambled the rest away. I said my goodbyes. Well, every time I put it on the table, my blood begins to rise. I gambled the rest away, and I paid all my dues. Well, I've got one more dollar in my pocket that I'm hanging on to. In the alley by the back room, drinking the moon, and I'm still lush for you. You're a silver dollar, baby, I know you, and I'm still dreaming for two. Look down, back the way the hurricane arrived. Well, every time I looked for shelter, it was better that it didn't hide. Knocked down on the ground, my body began to bleed. Well, now I know what's coming for me, baby, when the wind blows down those trees. In the alley by the back room, drinking the moon, and I'm still lush for you. You silver dollar, baby, I know you, and I'm still singing the blues. Thanks, guys. Should I face you guys, or? This is kind of weird, but I'll just, yeah. Yeah, this is better, right? Oops. Sorry.
There's a backlash snapping down the highway, rolling like a rebel to the land of time. There's a brakeman digging in his heels, hiding his eyes from the scene of a crime. There's a road map crumpled up and buried in the backyard of the last rich man left alive. Water. We need water. All the hillsides are speckled with fires, smoke ties into the stars. I'm a song slinger for hire, and I'm fed by my guitar. I sing all the old songs while the utopians conspire. Hotter, could it get any hotter? Little kid comes running into camp, laughing out loud, kicking a can. There's something in his eyes that I recognize, like he used to be a wise old man. The utopians are happy tonight, they feel they got a plan. Moving, they'll keep moving. Yeah, the Penny Clan and horses, they ride up above the tree line. They got banjos and violins and water skins full of wine. They never stay in one place too long, and they can vanish in the blink of an eye. They make music, they leave with music. Yeah. They reopened one of the casinos, the roulette wheel and blackjack. Yeah, the windows are boarded over. You get there around the back. I took everything I had, down black and I said, come on. I said, come on. Well, I took my 20 pieces down the road a mile or more. Well, I knew this lady who laid me down the path before. It's an 8 by 12, 2-bit stair, save your safety pin to the door. I go knocking, believe I go knocking. Well, the last I heard, the Utopians and the Bandy Clan were by the bay. There was talk of keeping moving, there was some that just wanted to stay. And the rumors grew of the black and blue who grew from what used to be L.A. They got you. Rumor is they got you. Well, I met a man with coffee beans and we ground him down with stones. We sang songs of romantic dreams and we gave the dogs the bones. And he described to me in great detail these things called ice cream cones. I said, all right, man. See you in the morning.
Alright, I've never tried this before, so I'm really scared to try it, but even if I fuck it up, you guys are very forgiving. Alright. Somebody out there has a song of mine they want to hear. Somebody raise their hand if they have a song of mine in mind that you'd like to hear. Do you have a song of mine?
Oh, of yours? Well,
Yeah, okay.
Do
Do you have one? Wait, oh, don't say it out loud, sorry.
I don't think anybody heard it. People talking.
I did, though. Just raise your hand if you have a song of mine. You do? I wrote it? I think I'll write that song really big on that paper so everybody can see it in the end today. I'm gonna look up, everybody, you guys can watch my eye to make sure I don't sing it too right. So. Write it big enough for everyone to see it in the end. And then when you're done, pull the paper out and fold it up and like put it in your back pocket or something.
That's killing someone's head.
Pick that one. That was just the beginning of the list. You got it?
Working on the name. I think we're there.
Oh.
We're there. We're there. What if I like tried to guess? Not supposed to write the lyrics.
Yeah.
Just the title. Hold it up.
You got it?
She's supposed to hold it up.
Yeah, fold it up. Yep, take the paper out, fold it up. You can give me the notebook back and I might give somebody else to do it. I haven't seen it, right?
Trust you.
No, you hold on to it. Is there anybody else in here that somebody else? Yeah, but you could be a plant. I guess there's a lot of new friends I'm making tonight. You have one? You could be a plant too, though. I'm getting ink all over me.
It's funny you keep saying that.
Y'all trust her?
It's Robert Smith's birthday.
You got one back here, Nick. Don't know the name of it.
I think it was overrated.
Alright, Greg. Right now another one? Alright, I've never tried this before. Okay, so we have choice number 1 and choice number 2. I don't know how to signify if I get it right. I'm trying to figure out what you might have wanted. I could probably just deduce it. You had a hard time figuring out the name. If I start singing it and I get it right, hold up your piece of paper, and if I'm wrong, then keep it down. And I might finish the song and try again all night till I get it right. What I can't tell it now, what I can't show it. Trying to get drunk enough to cry, got these tears lodged inside. So they're just clouding up my eyes. I'm trying to get drunk enough to cry, trying to get high enough to fly, leave the cold, cold ground behind. I'm sorry, shall we sorry in the morning. I'm just trying to get high enough to fly. So if you feel a little something on your shoulder, don't worry, I did it. It's only me getting older. I'm good company. Trying to blend in, I'm sticking out, leaving a little doubt. Maybe you could tell me what that's all about. I'm just trying to blend in, I'm sticking out. A little dark cloud up against the sky, minding my own, just floating by. Lately this town has been a little dry. I'm a little dark cloud up against the sky. So if you feel a little something on your shoulder, don't worry, it's only me getting older. I'm good company. Now's when I apologize. I shouldn't give you so much shit because I'm the one that hasn't coughed up the bucks to bring all the kazoos yet. Next time you see me, I'm gonna have at least 100 kazoos. I promise. And if I don't, you can fucking give me shit about that. Shoulder, don't worry, it's only me getting older. I'm good company. So if you feel a little something on your shoulder, don't worry, it's only me getting older. I'm good company. Now you brought your kazoo. All right, you have your piece of paper ready? You were easier because you brought a kazoo. What other song would you want me to play? You were pretty mysterious when you. Oh shit! I sprung a leak. I get accused of writing way too many songs in the key of C. So usually, if I start here, there's a 75% chance I'm gonna be right. But you're you wouldn't just be a straight C. You wouldn't. Maybe like that. Sort of a form of a C. You're not out to sea. Shore girl.
Again, I don't want to mess this up. This will be Percy Boyd, I think our first time here tonight, and the local yokels. Big hand.
Hello. Got a couple new songs for you. I call myself Percy Boyd. This is Daniel Moore, my brother. This is Kutch, Chris, Sarah, and William. Fuzzy, if you want to play, you still can. Here, this one is untitled. Gambling in the country fair, the drinking in the tavern dark, coffee at the cool spot, music at the bandstand, children playing in the park. Down by the giant's watering can, the empty trolley passes by. They would go to Klein's for an ice cream cone, so would I. Oh, I wish I had a girlfriend. We could walk along these tracks. Instead, I just look down and kinda walk around them and head on back. They're lying round on Gypsy Hill, off for now, then off to work, to Walmart or to City Hall. Even bumming changes word down by the train station, by the Jolly Roger haggle shop, by the burned out visual light. Lonely steps hardly stop. Oh, I wish I had a girlfriend. We could walk along these tracks. Instead, I just look down and kinda walk around and head on back. at the heavenly babe child. The meter maid is making her rounds. The big man is buying up real estate, and the little man waters the grounds. Well, the little man is whistling, and the big man is better off yet. But I don't envy either one. I'm just looking for a girl I ain't met. I wish I had a girlfriend. We could walk along these tracks. Instead I just look down and kinda walk around them and head on back.
Hey, Toad. Hey, Man Nomad. Pretty boring night here for at least the stream. Been being crafty. Chad needed a break. You know, he's been working very hard this week, so we gave him the night off. He went out on the town without us, without the stream. And Liz is, as you can see, busy making buttons. And that's my brother Joe. Had a long day. He's relaxing with us.
Place. I'll just put you guys some pasta.
Almost.
Well, it's on fire.
Hey, grilled cheese queen. Are you gonna host a fiasco or what? I don't know. Have we gotten your form yet? I feel bad. I've been neglecting you guys. 15 folks on here and just been pointing at a drill. Are you gonna talk to my brother Joe?
Hey, y'all. What are you saying? I'm flying. Oh, flying. Okay. Well, that's good.
What's that? Oh, you are?
Flying at the moment.
There's my nose.
What you going to school for? Grilled cheeseology. Look, I look stoned and I'm not even stoned. Wonder why that is.
13 hours.
Yeah.
Good.
Bagels and tables. This is my first night working the Grill Restaurant Park.
How was it?
I thought I was excellent. My boss is a funny little man.
Yeah.
It really makes me laugh at just about everything he does, so it's alright.
Gosh, Chad, where were we when we went to that bakery, Nathan?
What's that?
Where were we when we went to that donut shop? Where was that? Was that in Texas?
New Mexico.
Is that New Mexico? Do you want to tell the story?
I don't think I do it justice.
Well, we went to this donut shop and it's like really on in the morning, maybe like 3 or something. And it was in this weird part of New Mexico where it was just like a bunch of hotels. This one area. And we like drove by this donut shop and it was open and we're like, what the fuck, let's go in there and get
Probably like 5 in the morning or.
like donuts. We went in there, like picking out donuts. It was great. And we like get talking to the guy, and I don't know, what were you saying to him, Nathan? You're just like, just making conversation. Like, oh well, I am doing a bad job of telling the story.
Check.
It's just making conversation, and you know, it gets to saying the guy seems like bitter. And Nathan's like, well, you know, why are you open right now if you don't want to like serve people, you know? And the guy's like, well, gotta pay the bills. And then it's like, yeah, he starts talking about his guns, and he's like, I would bring my gun here if I wasn't afraid I'd have to use it. I was shooting somebody, and we're like, what the fuck? And he's like, yeah, well, I'm not afraid of you. I'm like, I think I said something like, well, you don't have to be afraid of us. He was just like, well, yeah, it's not you I'm afraid of, it's the devil inside you.
Wow.
Like, okay.
I'm sure bakers end up being very reclusive, interesting people.
So weird.
Yeah.
I fortunately don't have to do that because we freeze all our bagels, so I just go in.
I mean, what was so weird about it was that first it was like a really desolate area, and it was like, it wasn't like a Dunkin' Donuts. It was like this little shack. It said donuts that open. We're like, there's no way it's open. We get there and it is open, and we walk in, and the guy's like super sketching on us, just like. I mean, like from the moment we walked in, he was looking at us and treating us like, "What the fuck are y'all doing in here?" And like we were buying donuts.
Mm-hmm.
So like, the whole time it was just. It's like
gets
you're
a little
open,
weird.
you know. Like he made me feel so extremely that way. Eventually, I had to say, like, "Look, you're open. We're buying donuts." You know, like if you don't want us in here, you shouldn't be open.
Right.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
I had this experience like that at the bowling alley in Stanton. They're complete assholes.
Just like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, I think it was more of like, you're not a league player. What are you doing?
So, Fantastic Day says, how many buttons have you made, Liz?
Well, are you counting good buttons?
Just good buttons.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4. About close to 200.
Wow. Close to 200. Grilled Cheese says to you, Joe, yes, I feel the same way. What are you going to school for?
What am I going to school for?
No, she's saying she feels the same way.
Oh. I get it. Different little bits of punctuation and inflection, I suppose. Knowledge. Actually, I think a lot of times you go to school just to prove to other people you have knowledge, because I don't know. My big problem right now is I know I'm good at stuff, but I don't have any way of proving it to anybody else.
Until it's applicable.
Yeah. But sometimes you gotta prove it over papers, even like electronically before meeting. Once I meet people, I usually can, I don't know, just be okay. But
Fantastic Day says sexy belly.
thanks. I don't know if
Saw
that's,
that Baker ball.
I don't know if that's sarcasm or not.
Well, man, what did he do? What did
More
he do?
belly. We all have the same belly.
He took me in there and he...
Just different.
Different stages. This is the brother that travels a lot. Yep, that's the one.
Yep. I like differentness.
Where are you going next?
I don't know. I want to go back to the Dominican for sure. That'll only be for a couple weeks. I'm almost, in a way, done. Not done traveling, but I got a lot of it out of my system. So the traveling from here on out will be done with intent. I guess the other was done with some intent, but more just like, well, I haven't been there, so might as well go. But now I need a little bit more than that.
More reason to go.
I just said that a lot of going to grad school is just to prove to other people that you've got what it takes. You can learn all this stuff on your own. You just go to grad school because you have to prove to others that you're good at stuff. Like what? Which is that directed at me? Like what?
I guess what reasons would you go to other places?
I'm trying to morph a career of aid work into existence, so it would have to fit in with that. And it's probably going to include grad school at some point. Although I'm really scheming on making that not happen. Not grad school. Just do little pieces and gain experience and then use that as my credentials. I wonder if is that true in painting too? I think it might be more true. Like, of course you can paint and paint really good, and probably the best thing for you to do is to sit outside in the woods. But you got to go to grad school to show others that you can paint, or prove to them in a different way, other than showing them your paintings. I don't know. Maybe it's less true.
Is that because grad school you don't learn anymore?
No, I'm just saying you can learn on your own. You don't have to. You don't have to go to school. I mean,
You can say that about regular school. Any school.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm sure they're also really good at learning.
good at making you learn. What's policy school? Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm not really sure exactly what I want to do yet either. Good. Grad school is a
Hey,
popular
Scarlet Stuff.
topic.
I've been working on Digits Playhouse. This is the bar scene. Man, no man, have you met Sally Queen? Sally Queen, why don't you buy a drink? And see, this is a Digits Playhouse. I gotta put little curtains on the side. But I'm making backdrops that you can change. So see, here's Digit. You can go to a dance. Put your finger up in there, and you can do two.
There's Thumbelina. She's a bit hefty. Hey, good looking. Want to dance?
Oh, well, sure.
Come on. Hey,
Do you know John Popper?
Hitch. It could be Hitch. Like hitchhiking. Or what's
Hitch.
Cowgirl? When cowgirls get the blues.
Sissy.
Their name's Sissy. That scene. Uma Thurman on the side of the road and her thumb.
You know, I have never seen that movie.
That movie was. That was like one of those IFC films you watch when you're a little kid late at night by yourself and
Right.
learn about yourself.
What?
Masturbate. I don't know if I can say it on here.
I must not have seen that movie either.
Uma Thurman?
Uma Thurman?
I definitely have like forever. IFC was like very formative for me, so I'm still like really turned on by like a little bit of nudity in a French film.
Mm-hmm.
It does a lot for me, more for me than
A lot.
softcore porn or hardcore porn.
Mystery.
I think you're right too. I wasn't very comfortable revealing my pubescent masturbation practices, but I guess I just did.
Okay, somebody say stop. There is a delay, so I'll wait till I see stop.
That book was kinky.
Alright.
I don't know if you ever read the
This
book.
will be for you, Scarlet
No,
Steph. These are tarot cards, and I might have to look it up to see what it means, but your card is, for your weekend,
Scenes.
ooh,
Scenes
the
where they all pull their pants
Eight
down
of Swords.
towards the people,
Nice.
and
Does that mean anything to you? Here, let me try. So let me see if I can make up what it means, and then I'll look it up. You don't have to go anywhere. All right, Eight of Swords. You got a lady that's bound and blindfolded with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 swords in the ground around her. It almost looks like she's sort of hovering, and there's a castle in the background. Just trying to detect the vibe of the thing. Just trying to get the vibe of it. If you can just feel the vibe, basically. That's how I read tarot. Just like look at your cards and just feel the vibe of that. You see, you got the distant castle in the background, and you're surrounded by swords in the ground, but you're sort of floating off the ground. You can't see. All right, let's look it up. I think I probably got pretty close to the vibe of the card. Let's just see what the specifics are. 8 swords. A woman bound and hoodwinked with the swords of the card about her. Yet it is rather a card of temporary durance than of irretrievable bondage. Divinatory meanings. Bad news, violent chagrin, crisis, censure, power, and trammels. I don't even know what a trammel is. Conflict, calumny. You can see why I just go for the vibe of the thing. You look this up, and it's like looking up a word, and it tells you some other word that you don't know what the meaning of it is. This is its definition. I hate that. So, you know, I'm not one to believe that there's any bad news in the tarot, but I don't know. This is not looking too good. I mean, what the vibe of the card sort of tells me to stay home this weekend. I don't know. Maybe that's wrong. That maybe this is a picture of staying home this weekend.
She needs rescuing.
Maybe you need rescuing.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be so.
Trammel means to derive one of fortune.
The woman needs rescuing, but she is bound.
Damsel in distress. Are you a damsel in distress, Scarlet Steph? Toad says maybe don't go skydiving. Yeah, that castle in the distance is the hopeful eventual payoff. Or it's, you know, the thing that binds you. I don't know.
What about the water? She's kind of in a lot of water.
Yeah, the water, I mean, to me, she almost looks like she's floating. She's not just standing in that creek, and to me, it's like she's floating off the ground a little bit. This is a picture of Scarlet Steph just sent in. This is her last weekend at her parents' house.
Backyard.
Man, Nomad says, tied up chicks, right on. Yeah, we're trying to keep it creepy here. Chad's taking the night off. He's out on the town. He deserves a night off. He's been working so hard. Liz has made close to 200 buttons. These buttons, look at all these. It's just ridiculous.
You can make buttons with my eyes closed.
Those are good ones. These are good ones.
I'm gonna go home.
Are you?
Yum. Hard. The dogs need food.
You seem tired.
I just get scared that I can't sleep because of the waiters thing.
What's the waiters thing?
You're going so fast, your brain's going fast, and then when you get home, you're exhausted, but you can't turn your brain off, and you just lay there.
Right.
You can't even read because you can't focus.
Right.
So
You
then
know,
you watch TV
I have
forever.
a trick where I caught myself and it helps me fall asleep. Is that I just let my brain go and then like say words in my head, like I'll say it's just like random. Start like cantaloupe, pie, monkey, bird. You know, just like go, and then any word that pops in your head as you put down whatever it is. I'll do that for a little while, and the next thing I know, I'm asleep. Yeah.
I have noticed that I get to a certain. I'll feel that way for a long time if I just turn the TV off though and just like close my eyes. Then it's like the kind of what you're saying. The craziness turns into like this little bit of dream beginnings.
Right.
Or something. So you just let it relax.
Yep. Dream beginnings.
Dream beginnings. What do? Alright. Well, I think I'm working tomorrow. I don't know.
It's a discussion group Sunday night.
Yeah, I'm going down to see Laura. I'm either gonna go tomorrow after work or go.
Oh, did Eric and them?
He's coming tomorrow, last I
Yes.
heard. So if I get to see him during the day, and it doesn't sound like I'm gonna miss a lot by not seeing him at night. But either way, like I don't know, I'm not gonna really want to party tomorrow night and then go drive down there Sunday, so I might as well just kind of skip out. Plus, I get to see him more anyway because I go down to Norfolk
Right.
a lot now.
Yeah.
So I won't feel too bad, I guess. But I'm gonna try to see him during the summer. But I'll be gone. Probably come back Tuesday morning. So you're gonna be here all week, right?
Well, we got a Roanoke fiasco, and then maybe a virtual Stanton fiasco
On Thursday is Roanoke.
Wednesday.
Are you coming back after
Tea
that?
leaf green, yeah.
Bye-bye.
Joe's going home, going to bed.
You'll feed the
Good night,
doggies.
Joe. Thanks for stopping by
Yeah,
headquarters here.
Bye-bye.
Love you, man. Have a good night.
So Daniel, hey.
Wheel.
How's the how is the Coachella stream? Is it good? Anybody else want a tarot card? I can read it. I'll tell you what it means. Vibe it out for you. Is it just like hair? All right, here it goes. Say when. Them. All right, Tote. Tote got it. Tote, your card. The Queen of Cups. And I believe it was upside down. I don't know enough about these things to know, not A, what they mean, and B, what they mean when they're reversed. You got the Queen of Cups here, and she's sitting in her throne by the water, holding this crazy looking cup. And it looks like she looks pretty happy. This cup doesn't really look like a very good cup. Like you couldn't put drink into it. It looks more ornamental, like a trophy, like she won something. Okay, so let's look it up. And this is like a really old tarot book, so it sucks. Tarot book. It's like in words I don't understand, but you can feel the vibe of the thing. The Queen of Cups is beautiful, fair, dreamy, as one who sees visions in a cup. This is, however, only one of her aspects. She sees, but she also acts, and her activity feeds her dream. All right, reverse, the accounts vary. Good woman, otherwise distinguished woman, but one not to be trusted. Perverse woman, vice, dishonor, depravity. Boy, it just goes all over the place like that. Meanings, good, fair woman, honest, devoted woman who will do service to the querent. Ooh, there is a woman that in your future who is going to service you. Loving intelligence and the gift of vision, success, happiness, pleasure, also wisdom, virtue, a perfect spouse, and a good mother. Congratulations, Tote. I'm really, really, really happy for you. The Queen of Cups is on her way to you. Could be the bartender. So that I think that's that's looking pretty good. Maybe Tote. Have you met Scarlet Steph? Scarlet Steph Tote. You want to buy Scarlet Steph a drink? She may be your Queen of Cups, and she's a damsel in distress. You're singing opera. Do you want to call in on Skype and sing opera to the rest of us? Cachito, call Hippie Fiasco on Skype and sing opera to us. On Skype, it's just Hippie Fiasco, HIPPYFIASCO, one word, little letters, Hippie Fiasco on Skype. Give us a call and sing some opera to us. It's getting late with Chad and Liz. With Nathan and Liz. Getting late without Chad. So it's not going to be very creepy, I'm afraid. Hi! Wait a second! I bet you can do it, Nathan! Do it! Do it! Do it! You can do it! You don't need the Cadillac, gag. You ought to know by now. You can get creepy. You could just open my Ustream channel and I'll sing it real quick, but you gotta read my tarot first. Is it tarot or tarot? No, but then we can't share it with everybody that's watching. Bullshit today. Hey, bullshit today. Damn it, Toad, it wasn't meant to be. What do you mean? Oh, here, I'd buy you a drink if I could. I can't rescue you from law school homework, though. All right, Cachito. Let's see if the tarot says that you should sing opera to us. All right, this one's for Cachito. Tell me when to stop. All right, Girl Cheese, you're coming up. Oh, you said good idea, not stop. Say stop, Cachito. All right, there it is. Ooh. It's the Two of Swords. Why are all these swords ladies blindfolded? Alright, again, there's a big body of water behind you. And you stand blindfolded but on guard. With two swords covering both flanks. You can sort of feel the vibe of the thing. You're on solid ground. But the water behind you is sort of encroaching. You can't see what's ahead of you, so you got your defenses up, but creeping behind you, slowly creeping. You're about to be engulfed by what's behind you. That's my take on the vibe of the Two of Swords. Let's look it up. Divinatory meanings: conformity and the equipoise which it suggests, courage, friendship, concord, and a state of arms. Another reading gives tenderness, affection, intimacy. The suggestion of harmony and other favorable readings must be considered in a qualified manner, as swords generally are not symbolic of beneficent forces in human affairs. So there you go. You can see you can feel the vibe of the thing. Okay, bullshit today. Do one for me, but just cut the cards 2 times. and then take it from the bottom of the deck. Okay, there's one cut. There's two cuts. And ooh, look at that. An upside down 2 stars. That's a fun card. 2 of pentagrams. Look at the topsy-turvy little ocean behind with the ships dancing on it. And you're dancing in the foreground. You got infinity in the palms of your hands. A star at each end. Having fun. The big old awesome goofy hat. I think that's a pretty awesome one. But then again, it was reversed. I'm going to look it up. Two pentacles. A young man in the act of dancing has a pentacle in either hand, and they are joined by that endless cord, which is like the number 8 reversed. Divinatory meanings. On the one hand, it is represented as a card of gaiety, recreation, and its connections, which is the subject of the design, but it is read also as news and messages in writing, as obstacles, agitation, trouble, embroilment. Reversed, enforced gaiety, simulated enjoyment, literal sense, handwriting, composition, letters of exchange. So that's yours bullshit today. That's you right there. More like that. Alright, that's enough. I suck at these. Oh wait, I want to do one for grilled cheese. Okay. I guess so. Okay, grilled cheese. Tell me when to stop. Does that mean stop? Yours is 10 pentagrams. What a scene. The old man with that awesome painted robe with all these kinds of awesome, it's like a awesome quilt. All kinds of old man in the foreground playing with a couple of dogs. This awesome painted quilt. There's a little kid back here in the background petting the dog. Looks like a young couple here, sort of happy. And he's outside of this big gate, and they're sort of inside of it. I don't know, that just really looks very happy to me. There's a sign of age and vitality and wisdom and experience and achievement and all kinds of things like that. Now I got a feeling that this is also a magic card, that if we take this card, put it in the middle of the deck, and then hold the deck upside down, let gravity do its work, just like that, it should come back to the top, and there it is. This is a card of resilience. It's a card of rewards for your endeavors. Hey, I pretty much nailed it, right? Yeah, I love that robe too. You should get one of those. You should make yourself one of those. I want to be an old man like that in an awesome robe. Yeah, you just gotta, read it, open yourself up to the vibe of the card, and then let the vibe out of your lips. Don't hold your lips too tight, and you can do the tarot. All right. There you go. Cut the cards. Again. One more. And Liz's card is the Page of Cups reversed. That's what your card looks like.
Oh, he's fancy.
Mm-hmm. Look at this. A little dapper dude standing by the raging waters, looking very confident. Ooh, look, there's a fish in his cup. That's so perfect because Liz caught 10 fish so far since she's been here in Virginia. Haha. There's a fish in his cup. What on earth could that mean? To me, that seems like, he just dipped his cup in that river and scooped up a fish like that. And he's so clean and has this like flowery blue thing on and these pink tights. I don't know, like pink tights and a fish in his cup.
Fancy.
He's fancy. Enforced gaiety. A fair, pleasing, somewhat effeminate page, see, of studious and intent aspect, contemplates a fish rising from a cup to look at him. It is the pictures of the mind taking form. Fair young man, one impelled to render service, and with whom the querent will be connected. A studious youth, news, message, application, reflection, meditation. Also these things directed to business. Hear that? Business model? Reversed. Taste, inclination, attachment, seduction, deception, artifice. So I'd say, keep your eye out because there's going to be this dude in pink tights with a blue dress on with a fish coming out of his cup. And when you see that guy, you should talk to him because...
I should seduce him to help us in business?
Yeah, exactly.
Alright. Keep that in mind.
The Page of Cups. Keep an eye out for him. He's a mysterious dude. He just turned into the Queen of Wands. That's what you gotta want. And then once you get him home, he'll turn into the Queen of Wands. What happens? I'm gonna go get some more tea. Anybody needs anything? Anything, Liz?
I'm thinking about ice cream.
Ice cream sandwich?
Yeah. I don't want real ice cream. I'm sick.
What will make you sick?
Ice cream?
Ice cream makes you sick. Ice cream sandwiches don't?
No, because they're not real. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
You can move this stuff, Nathan.
I'm not quite ready yet. I'm just going to do one thing, but I am going to open up the box making factory here in a bit. This is a good one. This is pretty classic. I got a couple of books by this guy. Gotta figure out something to put right there. It's a cool box too. It's metal. It's like that. And this one's okay. Pretty psyched about it.
Say yes. You all come to her backyard fiasco. She has fire pits in her backyard.
Guess which buttons these are
The kitty one.
gonna make. You did it.
What's that?
You got it right.
When I made it? When I made it or when I guessed?
Wait, what? You got it right.
When I
You guessed. And when you made you just got it right.
You just got it right. Period. Yeah.
You and your 2 ties.
I'm ready for anything.
Ready for somebody to steal a tie.
Sounds like the one. The grilled cheese queen. So this is going to be it. Do you know where our stickers are?
Where all our stickers are?
Mm-hmm.
There are some in the computer bag, and there are some in the trash bag.
This is a little hard drive that I'm loading up with all kinds of stuff from Hippie Fiasco headquarters here. Videos and photos and music for Hippie's stream. Let's see. Here's a clip of, I think this is probably about the second time that I ever really jammed with a slip. And I was their merch man on about a month-long tour all the way across America. And the time before we had done this bit about Kutch is friending Hippie on Skype, so maybe we're gonna get some opera. Actually, let's. Well, we'll see if we get a call. Well, let me see. Let me go to Skype here and accept his friendship or his identity. Are you gonna sing some opera for us, Kutch? Alright, well, while we're waiting to see if Kutch is going to sing some opera for us, let's go to this cut. The time before I was their merch man, we used to do this bit where Brad would say, yeah, our merch man was singing this song in the shower, and it sounded so good, we asked him to come up here and sing it with us, and then I'd act all bashful at the merch table, and they're like, yeah, he might need a little encouragement. And the crowd would go, get on up there, man, do it, do it. And then I would act all shy and get up there, and then I'd sing Moving by Lovin'. Here it is. This one is from Oberlin College.
They didn't fool me this time. I was prepared. I got my guitar and chord and microphone, and yeah, I didn't need any encouragement tonight. I could stay on them my entire life. You know, just put up a teepee in one of the little wooded areas in the dark part of the campus. But one cool thing about the college campuses is that it seems like everyone's sort of aware that there is a revolution going on. And I mean that from the most drastic to the simplest sense of the word. I mean, a revolution is just to return to a previous state, basically. And I think anyone that's aware that culture is evolving knows what the revolution is all about. So when these guys said, hey man, you want to come out with us on the road and make change? I said, fuck yeah, man.
This was by 2002. Sorry. Wait. Oh God. No sounds.
Turn to a previous state, basically. And I think anyone that's aware that culture is evolving knows what the revolution is all about. So when these guys said, hey man, you want to come out with us on the road and make change? I said, fuck yeah, man.
Is that better?
Well, I waged a war on the war on drugs. If I had a million friends, I think we could bring those bastards down with loving arms and get back to the good work again. Get back to the good work again. Moving by loving, shaking by soul, grooving not sure, taking it slow, sharing in the trouble, sharing in the pain. We can't just like loneliness away. We can't just like loneliness away. You know what we really need is a really deep breath. A good dance floor, sing along. Someone to pour the wine while we smoke away the crime. We can save the world all night long. We can save the world all night long. Just moving my love, shaking my soul, grooving that show, taking it slow, sharing in the trouble, sharing in the pain. Just like loneliness away.
Type bullshit. I've always wanted to say that.
It's true, I mean, I've seen it on the news. Every 2 minutes, someone's stuck in jail. Well, most of them didn't hurt nothing, but She'll be moving my love, shaking my soul, shaking my soul, moving my shove, taking it slow, taking it slow, moving my love, shaking my soul, shaking my soul, moving my shove, taking it slow, moving my love, shaking my soul, shaking my soul, moving my shove, taking it slow, taking it slow, moving my love, shaking my soul, showing it, moving my shaking my soul, moving my soul, moving my soul, taking it slow, moving my love, seven buttons, so come in my moving my soul, shiver the bars up, let's moving the bars up, moving my love, shaking my soul, moving my soul, taking it slow, slow, moving it slow, taking it slow,
like this last time you saw us, didn't we? Grilled cheese. It did sound like
you know when you're looking, you sit on that thing and it's spinning around in circles, and you're spinning and you start to slow down and you're like, push me again. Dad, come on. I can safely say we are the child, you are the parent. Thanks for the push. I can safely say that you guys are the child, you guys are the parent, I'm the child. Definitely. Thanks for the push, guys. You guys are... Shaking my soul, grooving and shoving, taking it slow, sharing in the trouble, sharing in the pain, can't just lock loneliness away. We can't just lock loneliness away. We can't just lock loneliness away. We can't just lock loneliness. my lonely.
Haha. There it was. One of the very first times James with the slip. And there's the merch guy.
He's got a CD over here. We're kind of joking. He's not chicken. He's been around a while, so he's got a CD over
So
here
glad
if you're interested. I highly recommend it.
Me and Uncle Ange were selling Snicker bars to all the pot-bellied beauties of Buffalo, New York. And the band was playing their song. I almost up and ran with all that t-shirt dough, but got caught up in a crossword with Uncle Angelo. Just then a waitress named Jen said she'd use her abilities to help me move some stickers, help me part with some CDs. Me and her were making plans. I almost up and ran with all that t-shirt dough, but then someone needed water and she had to go. Encore, that last call, that's when it all began. I packed up all the merch and shook the hand of Uncle Ange. And the boys were heading backstage. I almost up and ran with all that t-shirt dough, but better than backstage, I had no place to go. I wrote that song on that tour. I wrote, confiding in strangers, torn at the stem. There's a Mardi Gras in my head, I wish I wasn't born again. If wishes were horses, there'd be some in my soup. There'd be time until Tuesday, there'd be dames on the stoop. But wishes on horses, tie cans of the carriage, those beats at my feet. This is the marriage of heaven and hell. Listen as the clock ticks still. Time is the stranger, eyes the voyeur. Here come the gamblers, there go the dice. Well, we all start fasting at midnight tonight, and this time through I'm gonna get things right. Put down wishes on horses, tie cans to the carriage, throw those beats at my feet. This is the marriage of heaven and hell. clock ticks 12. Well, tonight the streets will get littered with laughter, drunk with the Zulu. Show me your tits. But I'm already the morning after, smiling and weeping, sweeping up all this shit. No wishes on horses. Back hands of the carriage will be there, my feet. This is the marriage of heaven and hell. Listen as the clock ticks 12. I wrote that song on that tour with those guys. I wrote, one night we were playing, I think it was in Missoula, and I had been on the road with them for a couple weeks, so I was getting cocky about my job at, you know, I was had the merch guide thing down to a science, so hanging out in my basement, I got to work on that without knocking everything over, but this merch guy thing I had down pat, and, so I decided I would celebrate, and it was going to be a fun night, so I took some mushrooms, and and I remember I was there at the merch table, and I was having a lot of fun, and all of a sudden, somebody comes up and walks by the merch table and just grabs a t-shirt and walks into the crowd, and I'm there, and I'm like, oh my God. And I watch him, and I like jump over the table, and he's like disappearing into the crowd, and I like come running up on him, and I come up behind him, and I didn't know what to do, but at the last second I realized what I should do, and I tickled him under his armpits. I was like, get you. And he like turned around, sort of shocked, and I like looked at him and was like held out my hand, and he threw the shirt back. And then I went back to the merch table, pretty pleased with myself, and wrote this song. It's a terrible capo, but I don't feel like finding my other one. You can't talk to who's not listening. You can't tell them what they need to hear. You show them what would open their eyes. And if they saw you surprised, you disappear. And it's just such blindness, such deafness, which is killing us slow, killing us sure. And there's just no way that they won't be the poison. There's just no way that you can be the cure. Does that mean give up? Why, yes it does. Pull up your britches, let's dance in the mud. Love is yours still and forever sweet. Such has always been the glory of I know it hurts to feel such pain when so easily inside you can save 'em. But turn not to judge, no please you remain. You remind me of the well. I wish it. And as the master of music simply put it, it is what you don't, it's not what you do. So toast to what this spring shall bring to us, to truth tonight, to you. And yep, I wrote that one on that tour. That was a true story. I also wrote on that tour, I never thought Bethlehem was a real place. I just thought that was where my Lord was born. Not till that day. Still think it's a disgrace the day the tanks rolled in to Bethlehem. The tanks rolled in to Bethlehem. We poured into Seattle Run. We poured into Seattle Fly. Shook off the news and played like a child the day the tanks rolled in to Bethlehem. Everybody, the tanks rolled in to Bethlehem. Remember, this was back when the Slip was traveling in their Blue Diamond classic vehicle from their life, and it used to be like you almost step up in like onto a bus. These doors would open up like saloon doors, and you'd step up like 3 stairs up into the thing, and there's a little crack at the top of the door, and that was the smoking section. If you wanted a cigarette, you'd stand by the door and blow it out of the top, and you could easily stand up there and hold onto the little bar and talk to the driver. And you sort of had the podium too. It was a nice little spot at the front of the place. That's where I wrote this song. Right where little baby Jesus lay, where the cattle were lowing and the wise men came. A little boy was shot and died, I don't know his name. The day the tanks rolled in to Bethlehem. The tanks rolled in to Bethlehem. Us, we sang songs, played on. We sang songs, played on. We sang songs, played all night. We were dancing on the sidewalk come the morning light. If it was up to us, everything would have been alright. The day the tanks rolled in Bethlehem. Tanks rolled in Bethlehem. Tanks rolled in Bethlehem. Tanks rolled in. Almost forgot that one. We should call them, yeah. Do it. It's almost 2:16. It's her favorite hour, favorite moment of the day.
2:16.
It was definitely the day the tanks rolled into Bethlehem. So whenever that was. Oh really? I'm trying to think. I think I have footage of us playing that too, and I think actually the first time was in Santa Cruz or something like that. Yeah, Israeli tanks. Yeah, it's starting to. It's the. Oh, it is 2:16, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think I can do this. It's officially late. Yeah. It's late. Late. That's all I that's all I got though. I mean he can keep it going. New Year's Eve 2000, Hallelujah. And Andrew and Brad played with the Amusement almost the whole set. Our drummer had just quit. It was right before my band broke up. Nice. See? Kazoos save the day all the time. I'm trying to think of, I remember what other songs I wrote on that tour. It's cool songs. I remember exactly where I was when I wrote each song. But there was also Cupid says, "Combo corner pocket. I lost my head when an old flame sped past on a rocket. I hopped on and fled. Boys in the band to a double bed. Now I'm headed for coffee, bouncing down the street. A wad of 20s in my pocket, the whole world at my feet. They call me loose change. They call me loose change. When people write on the bathroom walls, they roll their shit into little balls. Whenever I read those words of wit, I eat those little balls of shit. I know that might not sound right, that might just sound plain wrong, but I just bet Brad $20 I could put it in a song. They call me loose change. They call me loose change.
find myself fine. Mono and mono. Stayed up all night. There's nothing on. When am I going to sleep? I wound up in Boston with a grin on my chin. I lost her number, made a new friend. They call me Loose Change. Call me Loose Change. I'm heading out to California. First I'll swing past New York. I know a girl down in Baton Rouge I'd like to talk to some more. And if you see me with my thumb out on the side of the road, you could decide the next place I go. They call me Loose Change. Call me Loose Change. Call me Loose Change. They call me Loose Change. I wrote that in Fort Collins after seeing that line on the bathroom wall in the Fort Collins bar where they were playing. It was when people write on the bathroom walls, they roll their shit into little balls. And whenever I read those words of wit, I eat those little balls of shit. And I told Brad that.
Hi, Brad Blair.
And then hey, he could actually maybe confirm this story. You're on? Hey, Brad. I was just telling this story. I'm on air at the moment, and I was just telling a story about going to the bathroom in Fort Collins and coming out and saying to you that I just read on the bathroom wall that whole thing about when people write on the bathroom wall, they roll their shit into little balls. And then the way I remember... Right. And the way I remember the story is that I said, I'm going to put it in a song. And you said, I bet you $20 you can't put that in a song. And then I went onto the roof or something of the building while you guys were sound checking and wrote Loose Change. Yeah. That's the way I remember it. I just showed a clip of like one of the first times we ever played together, Moving by Lovin' in Oberlin. And it's a pretty smoking version. I just played a video clip, and then after the video clip, I've just been playing all the songs I wrote on that tour, like Mardi Gras and To You, and I just did Loose Change, and me and Uncle Lange were selling Snicker bars to all the pot-bellied beauties of Buffalo, New York.
Don't forget Clean Socks.
Which one?
Clean Socks.
Clean Socks. I wrote that in a hotel room, but I can't remember where. But I remember who it was about, though.
It was about...
Yeah. Shut up. So, are you guys gonna come visit us?
Okay.
Are you guys gonna come visit us?
Are you guys in Stanton right now?
We're in Stanton.
Won't be coming to DC, right?
I don't think so. That's tomorrow night, right?
Yeah. I can't fully recommend it either.
Why is that?
Are we on air right now?
Yeah.
You can take him off speaker.
I could take you off speaker if you want me to.
No, it's okay. Well, it's quite a drive for you, and I wouldn't want you to get a patch of water on the highway.
Right. Well, it is like 2.5 hours or something, and we can't really afford a hotel.
So, but at the same time, who knows? I don't want to make any plans. Except for the plan of you guys coming down for a day of rest on Sunday.
Well, as it is right now, most of the folks with us and most of the girls that at home, or the girl at home, meaning Andrew's wife there, Megan,
Right.
would love for us to get home on Sunday.
Right.
Which means driving like 10 or 11 hours
Right.
on Sunday.
Well, if you want to hop the ship and jump on the hippie fiasco, just let us know.
Wow.
We miss you, Brad.
We miss you.
I miss you guys too. I love logging on just watching my friends. So, I keep to myself, but I enjoy watching.
We had a really nice night with Dad last night.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I wanted that moment to happen with him, but I didn't want to force it, so we just patiently baited the we just sort of were patient, and then he was like, "All right, I'm ready," and it was really fun. It was like four hours long, talking about all kinds of stuff. He eventually pulled out a box of records, and we were spinning some 45s. It was great. Yeah, it was nice. It was a good night.
What's this Steve?
Oh, well, this was like his childhood collection and after college collection, but it was actually a shoebox of records he had got pulled out for a dance party about a month ago. So it wasn't the lyrical stuff that he really loved, all the Motown stuff. Yeah, it was all dance music and like some crazy shit. It was definitely a blast from the past for me. Every album, every needle hit, I remember all that stuff. Well, and just some really silly songs. Beauty in disguise. Well, that's what you are. Cantaloupe eyes. Something like that. But yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
Hey, did you get my text message last night?
My phone is dead. It got rained on. I don't know what I've missed all week, and I haven't called anybody to tell them.
You want me to read it to you? Can I read you my text message from last night?
Yeah.
Alright, hold on. My text message said, "In the Chelsea Hotel, room 614, thinking I better write a song here. Got a line to kick me off."
Oh. Damn it.
That's it right there.
I didn't write one.
That sounds like the opening. Right, that's the opening verse right there, isn't it?
614.
Of the Chelsea Hotel.
We heard Dylan used to get room 211, so we went down and knocked on the door.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And who was there?
Bob Dylan, of course.
Leonard Cohen, that's where Leonard Cohen hung out too.
Wow.
Well, no, I'm just kidding. We didn't have the balls to go knock on the door.
But you did stay there, huh?
We did stay there. Well, Serena was doing a photo shoot. She wanted to do a photo shoot for her upcoming some publicity stuff, and she wanted to do it at the Chelsea Hotel. So she rented it that afternoon so that she'd get it during the sunset hour. And then once it was done, she had the thing for the whole evening. So we just went over there after our show and hung out and drank some beers.
That's pretty amazing. I still only seen that building from the outside.
It was a nice hotel. I'd love to go back there. But supposedly they're turning it into condos.
Oh, God. There it goes.
One by one.
You're lucky you got to go in there.
Yeah.
For real.
you guys should do it on Hippie Fiasco. Man, that'd be great.
It's probably true.
I'd tune in that thing.
We could actually broadcast a performance from like the steps of the Chelsea or something.
Oh my God, no, get a room there.
Get a room.
I don't know how much they are, but like, maybe you could get the fans, the creepers, to make donations to the online rent, the performance, which would go towards renting the room.
That's a good, yeah.
I don't know how to be. People would have to contribute money some way. That's the hard part. But I'll bet they would. I'll bet like 40 people would give $10. You could get, 2 hotel rooms or one big one. I don't know how much they are. Actually, I never asked her how much they were. I imagine it was no less than $220 and no more than $400.
No more than did you say 400?
I was trying to imagine like what the most. This was a big one. This had a big ass kind of living room, and then they had a bedroom to the right with its own bathroom, and a bedroom to the left with its own bathroom.
Wow.
And a kitchenette, too.
Jeez Louise.
It was a big one. It felt like someone's apartment. Really, it didn't feel so much like a hotel. Yeah, it's a nice like New York loft style apartment. It was cool.
Were you actually? What room were you in again?
614.
614.
The nicest thing about it was the wrought iron stairwell. You get off the elevator and there's a big stairwell there, and it's beautifully preserved, and just something really cool about it. Spooky and cool.
Nice. Ghosts.
Yeah.
For sure.
But yeah, that'd be a nice place to see a show. You could probably get people to like come up. I'm telling you, the room we were in, you could have 30 or 40 people in that room sitting listening to you play. And they all pay $10 to watch you play that show in the Chelsea Hotel. You probably have the room cost and then some.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. That's why you should abandon ship and come with us. We'll take you where you need to be.
Well, let's be. I would have to get to Providence by Easter time.
Providence by Easter.
That's a tall order, because that's, I have to get there the day before Easter, 23rd. Which is
Oh.
in,
We could get there in 2 days.
which is 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It's about a week away, a week and a day away.
Right.
That's way up there.
From Virginia to Providence, you could get there.
It's not that far.
No, it's not that far, but there's so many stops between that, here and there, that,
Yeah, we could hit them on the way back.
yeah, I just wouldn't want to put you guys, on kind of fast track.
Right. Unless we should be.
Unless you what?
Unless we should be.
I think that after being here for
Yeah.
We sort of, I mean, we've gotten a little bit settled in here. We sort of need shaken up. We need a stranger shake up.
Someone to speak you off your feet.
Exactly.
Well, let me think about it.
Yeah, well, let us think about it too. We're gonna pull out the maps tomorrow and see if it's even a possibility, and call you either way. And I'm not gonna say for absolute certainty that we're not gonna come up there tomorrow. We're just gonna play it by ear.
Yeah, play it by ear.
And I'll talk to you tomorrow before the show.
More excited. We've got our sets are like I think 45 minutes max,
Right.
and I just can't speak too highly of some of the clubs we've been put into.
Uh huh.
Like in fact, despite the New York scene, some of the, wasn't one of our favorite Boston clubs at all. The Club Tonight in Philly was crazy. Like we looked, we had to observe it as a rite of passage for the band to play like one of the most dive bar we can possibly imagine.
Wow.
We had to look at it that way. We're like, yeah, this is a rite of passage to to be able to look back and
To be a real band.
yeah.
Yeah, you can't just bypass that entirely.
No. And I didn't
Apparently.
I didn't expect to. I really didn't expect it. I mean, and you saying that, I love that they have you running your voice at the same time.
Right.
And actually the sound was pretty good. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of bare bones. The sound was actually really good. And never treated drinks were cheap. And
The drinks were cheap. You're so sweet.
and you could drink them on the street. You could just order a drink and walk out the front door and drink them.
Really?
Yeah, that was nice. But yeah, it was kind of a rite of passage. Those guys, but the fire, and much being worth. So I shouldn't say that on air.
I don't know.
Made you die, and it's great. Well, good to hear you.
Yeah, good to hear you too.
How many creepers right now?
We're holding it at 16. 8 creepers and 7 guests.
That's pretty good. That's more people than were at our show.
Oh no. Are you guys opening for another band?
Yeah.
Tote says hi.
Hey, Toad. Good to see you. Last night, I still have your book, by the way. The illustrated Ramayana.
The what?
Wonderful. It would be a great book one day.
Wait, my book?
No,
Or Tote? Oh, you're talking to Tote. Sorry.
Yeah,
It's right.
really a great. The Rama, you gave it to me in fall, whatever. I remember it, and it was what is it? Written on seed or something. Written on wasp paper. Or something. Last night we played at the Mercury Lounge, and do you know who Fred Armisen is?
Wait, who? I don't know who that. Wait, the Wonder Years guy? No.
That's Fred Savage.
Who is he?
Fred Armisen, he was at Saturday Night Live for a while. Then he's been cast in some movies like Anchorman. You ever seen Anchorman?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember the guy who says, "Oh, let's hear Ron Burgundy play some jazz flute"?
Uh huh.
And later he makes Ron Burgundy eat cat shit. You will eat the cat shit. You will eat the cat shit. And now he's got a series called Portlandia.
Right. So somebody just said on. That's what a creeper just said.
Yeah, Portlandia is really funny.
Alfredo Fred Armisen, born December 4th, 1966, is an American actor, comedian, and musician, best known for his work as a cast member on Saturday Night Live. That's how the creepers work.
Born 19 what?
66.
66. Oh man, he was wonderful. Like when he met me, I was coming down the stairs. He was coming up the stairs. He was at the Mercury last night. He did about a half-hour comedy set after the band that we opened for. Like he was the first part of the second part of
Wow.
And it was hilarious.
So he heard you guys?
I don't know if he did. I think he might have arrived right when we finished. But it's funny. The first thing he does is when he saw me and he saw me recognize him. The first thing he says, "Hi, how are you? It's good to see you. How you doing?" I've never seen him before. But he was like treated me as if I was some guy he'd met 10 times before.
Wow.
And then he was really wonderful. Like there was no. I realized. I heard that Bill Murray does that too, according to Andrew.
Interesting.
Yeah. Great.
Are you gonna try it?
Yeah, am I gonna try it?
Yeah.
Well, it beats being like, "Oh, hey, hi, nice to meet you. Oh, we've met before. Oh, right, no, I'm sorry, I'm really bad with
That's the same
names."
Chris Joseph uses.
Right.
Instead of going through that.
Liz says apparently Chris Joseph uses that technique.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I like it.
But he did a great set. I was and I met David Byrne last night.
No.
No fucking way.
No.
Yep.
Nuh-uh. Come on. Get out of town.
Nope, not kidding. I walked I didn't really need him. I never. No, I did. We exchanged names.
He said.
I went up to him and I gave him a Bar Brothers CD and I said, I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't think you'd love this because I'm so nervous right now. But I think you're gonna love this. And I mentioned Providence and that I thought he did a great move in signing Delicate Steve.
So where was this?
At the Mercury Lounge. He was there to see a woman named Joan. Joan, the policewoman who was the second part of the second part. If we were the first part of the first part and Fred Armisen was the first part of the second part, Joan was the second part of the second part.
He's proud to be a part of it all, huh? So wow, did he hear you guys?
David Byrne?
Yeah.
Not at all.
Right. He got there.
But he did say, "Oh, hey, oh, thanks a lot. Nice to meet you. What's your name?" And really sweet, really handsome looking guy too. Like, not at all kind of dorky, like skinny, nerdy. Like
Striking.
Really distinguished and handsome looking guy.
Right.
Full head of silver hair.
Wow.
And really sweet. And then we sent Sarah up to him about half an hour later, and she said the exact same thing that I did. That was kind of a little prank on David Byrne.
Wow. She said I wouldn't be giving you this if I didn't think you'd absolutely love it.
Yeah, exactly.
And he got 2 CDs?
No, he refused that one because he said, I've already got this, so thank you.
So he just thought you guys were really weird at that point and didn't get it at all, huh?
Yeah, well, he didn't laugh.
He likes weird.
Or
He
maybe
likes
just thought
weird.
we didn't communicate with each other very well. Or that we were scripting things to say to David Byrne. But, what's funny too is that Fred Armisen was like, he was doing impressions. He was doing impressions of drummers mostly, and then he did an impression of Elvis Costello. And he was like, who else do you guys want to see? And people yelled, David Byrne! David Byrne! And Fred Armisen did not know David Byrne was in the audience,
Oh, no.
and then did an impression of him.
Oh my God, was it a good one?
It was a really good impression, and if I was David Byrne, I would have been really proud. And, because he was poetic, like whatever he kind of mumbled in David Byrne's sounding voice, like, it was very poetic. And then we ran into said again downstairs in the basement. And he said, "Oh my God, I didn't know David Byrne was out there. That's a close call. Holy shit."
That's so good.
Yeah. Good to talk with you.
Yeah, it's
And
good to talk with you too. I think I just found the perfect place to sit the phone for the microphone. Just found it.
Right as I say goodnight.
Right, exactly. Yeah, great to hear you. So I'm going to call you tomorrow, and if it's possible for us to get you to Providence by Easter, then we could come get you. Can we spend Easter in Providence too?
You could, yeah, of course.
We could bring a duck or something.
Yeah.
We could bring our own duck.
Oh, Andy VL, or well, to answer that, Metalist keyboard player has something to tell you. Hang on a sec.
Nice.
Hey, Nathan.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good. How you doing?
Doing great. You're on Hippie Fiasco Rides again. You're on the air.
Oh, well, check this out. I guess the Amusement. I never saw your old band, Amusement, right?
Uh-huh.
And I guess I was like Wikipedia entry, and then I stumbled upon like a video, and I was like, wait a second, I know that girl who's playing bass. And then I put it together, and it's Amy Curl, who I went to the new school with.
The new school?
Yeah, we went to school together.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the new school? I don't even know about that.
It's the jazz program.
Oh, in New York?
New York. But she was
Right.
studying bass.
She did that after the band broke up.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. That's amazing. You lucky dog.
And we had I think we had a choir class together, and we were in like a Brazilian percussion ensemble together, I think.
That's unbelievable.
And I didn't really get to know her very much, but I remember her being a really nice girl and great musician.
That's so cool. I love how tiny this world really is. It gets smaller every day.
So crazy.
That is so crazy.
Yeah. So that's what
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. That's amazing.
So are you coming out tomorrow?
We're not sure yet.
But you're in Virginia?
Yeah, we are. We're about 2.5 hours away from DC. We haven't really planned one way or the other.
Y'all should swing by.
Swing by. Who lives in DC? Yeah, Chad's sister lives in DC.
What's that?
We were just talking here about how Chad's sister lives in DC.
How what?
Chad, who's with us, his sister lives in DC.
Okay. So then you have a double reason there.
Yeah, you never know. I was trying to get you guys to come down here afterwards, but you got to get back. It's like day off in the country.
Yes. I guess we do have to get back.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna play it by ear. I'd love to see you guys though.
Well, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow, and if not tomorrow, definitely see you soon, man.
Yeah.
And I'll keep on checking in at the Fiasco.
Yeah, do. We're cooking. We got a lot of work done here in Virginia, souping up the programming, and catching our breath. But we're ready to get back into it too.
What's the next stop?
We don't know. Actually, I'm opening for Tea Leaf Green.
You're gonna put it out to the fans and see what they say.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. We've been getting the people that write in on the website, and now we just got to put all the pins on the map and try to figure out which way to hit them.
Right.
Going to Roanoke, Virginia Wednesday night to open for Tea Leaf Green. And
Oh, cool.
I don't know. Providence for Easter, maybe.
Your phone's beeping. Oh, I think Brad's phone is about to die.
You guys have fun out there. Are you guys already where you're staying tonight?
Yeah, we're at the hotel. We're just about to crash.
Uh-huh. Well, sweet dreams.
Oh, but Brad has one more thing to say to you. So
Okay.
I'm gonna pass the phone back. Nice talking to you, man.
Yeah, man, take it easy.
Yeah, you too. All right. Well, I love you guys.
Love you back. That's a crazy story. He went to school with Amy.
I got one last message for creepers.
Nice.
There's a shot on Ustream.com of a one of the streams is of an eagle's nest, right? And it's just an eagle's nest, and there's nothing else happening.
Is that Isaac's?
What is it?
It's not Isaac's Eagles, is it?
I don't know.
No.
I didn't really look. I didn't really investigate. But it's just a stagnant shot of an eagle's nest, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's got regularly around 130, 140,000 viewers.
Jesus.
You guys are out there,
Busting our humps.
you know, busting your humps, doing cool shit, and making it really fun for us. And I think we need to expand.
Right.
I think that Hippie Fiasco stream can be really expanded upon, and I think maybe our friends need to start sharing it with their friends and start passing it along. And I don't know.
No, it has to happen. It has to happen. We got till Independence Day to blow this thing up as big as we can.
There's 2.5 months.
Right.
Until that time, and I'm just thinking like creative ways to get some more attention to it. Because if a stagnant shot of an eagle's nest is drawing 138,000 views regularly, then Hippie Fiasco can surely float around, 1,000.
Right.
So we need an eagle's nest?
So Liz is like, so we need an eagle's nest? Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
I bet I could find a nest of Phoebes real easy.
You know?
I've been putting out these public service announcements lately about how every day countless works of art are being murdered by like baby bunnies and puppies and babies taking their first steps and old couples that are still together and meat on a grill and telling people that only they can prevent these horrendous murders, this slaughter of works of art by cute things. And there's just another example. Eagle's Nest just killing art every day. Just sitting there.
Wow. You just took me on a conceptual runaround philosophical journey there that I need to process.
We just made buttons with Gypsy's face on them, and it says "Killing Art" on it.
Killing art.
Started with like hold on, the stream looks like it's frozen. Uh-oh. Chad's computer just completely froze. Hold on, I'm looking on this computer to see what the stream's doing. It's frozen. Wow, the stream is frozen, the computer's frozen, people on the chat line, I'm looking on the other computer, are saying, well, that was weird. It all just froze up.
You still have chatter? Oh, calling